everybody. My name is Brian Duarte. Welcome everybody to the Together YouTube channel. And today I will be sitting with Peter Estes, a business owner here in Reedley, and I will be asking him a few questions about himself and experiences he's had as a business owner. So, hi Peter, how are you doing?
Brian, thanks for letting me be here with you. It's great, bud.
Okay, so I want to start off by saying, what business or businesses do you own or did you previously own?
That's a great question. So I used to own a company called Valley CAD LLC, and we were a mechanical engineering and product design firm, and also what was called a SolidWorks value-added reseller. So we sold the software that engineers use. And then my wife and I had a small business called The Modern Chisel. We did woodworking products out of that. We had a CNC machine, so we would design signs, and we manufactured these wooden letterboards for a certain company. And also, being a musician, I have created a little business called Estes Music Lessons, where I give private music lessons to people. And so, yeah, those are some of the things that I do.
Okay, that's great. This question, I would like to know, what motivated you to keep going in these businesses and continuing to take the risk of being a business owner?
That's a great question. The risk actually came from my wife. She said to me, "Hey, have you ever thought of just running your own business?"
Yeah.
My background was mechanical engineering and product design, and industrial aspect of being a draftsman, a machine shop, and I had individuals continually asking me about designing a product for them, or they had an idea. And so my wife actually was like, "Hey, what if you did this?
Why don't you just do it yourself?"
Do it yourself. And I'm like, "Oh, I haven't really thought about that." And so I did. And so running the businesses, though, the thing that kind of kept me going, I read a lot of books, and I'm an audiobook guy.
Okay.
And a book that really stood out to me was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. In that, there's a story about a gentleman that had a stake of land and where he was mining gold. And this individual was just mining, and he was doing great. And all of a sudden, the gold stopped.
Yeah.
And he stopped. And
Yeah.
he's like, I'm out of money, selling it all, doing whatever, like I'm moving on to something else.
Yeah.
The person that bought that claim brought in a geologist and someone that was proficient in knowing soil and said, "Oh, well, just go one more foot forward and you'll hit another vein of gold." And it was even greater than what the previous guy was on.
Yeah.
And so the mindset of continually to dig.
Yeah.
I need just a little bit more. And a lot of entrepreneurs have that mindset, like, "Oh, well, we're not making sales yet, but if we just dig a little bit more, we might get it." But there were a lot of times where it was like, is this even worth it?
Yeah.
And thinking of the end goal at mind, that imagery from Napoleon Hill, like, hey, you're in a shaft, you are digging for that gold. Just go, what if it's just one more click forward and hitting that gold line? So so that sort of mindset was really beautiful.
That is a very great mindset to have. I mean, sometimes we're just like one step ahead, like we give up. Like I've seen like a few quotes like that where it's like you're like so close to getting to that, and then everybody just gives up. But it's just, you just gotta keep going.
Yeah.
For the next question I have for you is, what are some of the myths that you often hear people talking about that aren't true at all about business or owning a business?
Yeah. One of them is that you're going to become rich.
Okay. So,
right. Owning a business, there are many people that are successful running a business and that they are blessed to have a good amount of income from that. But not every business does that. I believe statistics out there is within the first 2 or 5 years, 80% of businesses will fail. Yeah. And then 2 years after that, the 20% of the remaining will then fail. Yeah. Right? And it's hard running a business. And to think of going into a business because I'm going to get rich out of it, more likely you're not going to succeed. And so that's a hard one to go after, that a lot of people think happens automatically when you become a business owner. Yeah. And there are perks to that, like you have your own hours and whatnot, to a degree. Now, running a business, you're you're also working nonstop.
Yeah.
Like you go to bed, you're thinking about the business. You wake up, you think about the business. You're at.
It's like your baby now.
Oh, it's your baby, big time.
Yeah.
So the idea that you're just gonna become rich.
Yeah.
From starting or running a business.
Yeah.
Not always true.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point, definitely. For the next question is, while being a business owner, what was a crazy experience you had, or like a fun story you'd like to share?
Yeah. There was our office was in downtown Reedley, and our office was right next to a restaurant called The Pub.
Okay.
Yeah, and The Pub was a phenomenal place to eat, and there was a day that I was doing a training class on using SolidWorks, and some of the students during their lunch break went over there to go have lunch, and which is great. And during that time, they befriended a local in there, and that local was enjoying the pub aspect of the pub, beyond just the food part. And that individual followed these students back to our office, and he just came in and sat down. And my sales staff, like he sat in my sales office, and my sales staff was like, "Can I help you? Like, what are you doing in here?" And he was like, "Oh, well, I met these guys here, and they said to come over." And I'm like, "Okay." And so that was just kind of, it was funny in a way. My sales staff did great with it, and eventually he just got up and was like, "Okay, bye," and just walked back to the pub. I was like, "All right, but that's great." So that was kind of a funny thing that happened.
Yeah. Do you feel like that's like something you enjoyed about being a business owner, though, like those stories that came along with the business?
That's a great question. Yes, those are, like, we always have to find things that make us laugh and whatnot.
Yeah.
The part that I loved the most about running a business was actually developing a team. And seeing a staff that I hired when they left the company, that they grew in some essence greater than when they first came into the company. And so for that individual to develop new skills in the form of sales or customer service, or also known as soft skills, that to me was so rewarding. And I have a mentor mindset and a teacher mindset, and for me, seeing the aspect of light bulbs turning on over employees' heads, but also our customers' heads, that to me was so joyful to watch. So I personally, that's probably what I enjoyed the most out of it.
Okay, that's great, and that's really inspiring that you got inspired basically, or you loved helping people grow within themselves. So that is amazing. How much does having a good mindset contribute to being successful?
I think 100%. Like, there will be good days, and there's going to be a lot of hard days. Like the roller coaster of owning a business is one of the greatest rides you'll be on. But if you don't have, some people call it grit, some people call it tenacity and whatnot. If you don't have that aspect within you, you're going to get beat up. Like, I know for myself, I got beat up a lot. Through some of the things that we went through running Valley Cat. But some of the mindset about that is knowing that there's a greater power beyond just running a business. That in a big picture sense, this is just a time and space. Like, it's just done. What is a greater need beyond just running a business? You know, as I mentioned earlier, people run a business because they think they're going to get rich. It's like, well, when that fails, what are you going to do next? Right? And so being able to have the strength of being able to work through that and having a mindset of going, well, I'm going to have bad days and I'm going to be ready for it. But to live for that, you know, hitting that golden vein of a good day. It's like, yes, we won something. Hey, I landed that new contract, or I got that new client, or we hired that new staff member. Yes, we won something, right? So those wins weren't as many as the hard days, but they were 1,000 times heavier.